afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Part 24, The Sauce. I am your host, Mr. C, and boy, do I have a great show for y'all today. Listen, we are bringing y'all some juicy information today. We have a young lady here from Tampa coming in the part today to hang out with us for a little while to tell us about her book, her amazing book, Divorce and Moving Forward, and I Need Help. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Miss Tangela G. Clark to the pod.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. And I am grateful to have you here. So, what I want to do first and foremost, guys, I want to give you guys a little background story on how all this took place because I am definitely more. She don't realize how grateful I am that she gave me this opportunity to have her here. So, a few weeks ago, my auntie reached out to me and asked and tell me about her friend who had a book release signing October 1st. Off the top, I got excited because I knew what it was leading to. But when she said that the young lady wanted to come all the way to Jacksonville and come in the park and just get ruffled with me and tell me her story, I was excited. And I want to give a big shout out to my auntie Kim for making all this possible because without her, we wouldn't be here.
Thank you.
All righty.
Yes.
Oh, she's back in the back. Y'all see her, she in the part too. That's my auntie Kim. That's my mama's sister, y'all. My real auntie, ain't no fake, no play stuff. So, and listen, guys, if you're on this live right now, whether it be YouTube or Facebook, hey, please share this live because this is gonna be a great live. There's gonna be some great information given out today. Now, she's not gonna give you all the sauce because we still want you to go out and support her and buy her book and read it like I did. So, therefore, we're not gonna give you all the juicy sauce, but she's gonna give you guys some real good deep information on her journey and how she came about this current book that she's releasing in a couple of weeks. So without any further ado, first and foremost, you guys know first I have to do this here. Y'all know this is my pet peeve. If you haven't been vaccinated, please go out and get vaccinated. COVID-19 is for real. If you guys are taking it for play, please don't. We just lost a friend last week down in Ocala from COVID-19. We don't want to see any more of our friends and family members go behind this real deadly disease who does not discriminate. It does not have any friends. It does not choose what it wants. No matter what color you are, it will get you. So please, if you haven't been vaccinated, please take the time to go out and get vaccinated. It's not going to kill you. You're not going to grow 10 fingers. You're not going to grow a tail. You're not going to get horns coming out your head. It's just to protect you, protect yourself, your loved ones, and other people around you. All right, so we're going to get on down and get into this hot topic right here with this young lady here. Ma'am, thank you once again for coming in the pod and hanging out with you, boy. I really appreciate it. Now, I understand I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna sauce it down just a little bit for her. Y'all know who I am, so I'm gonna keep my language down for her. I'm gonna respect her because she gave me this opportunity to make this happen. So once again, guys, listen. If you're on Facebook, please share this to add people to this live. Also, if you're on the YouTube channel, we're trying to get 150 likes. So please like this podcast today, and let's help build this up so we can get this message out. So, young lady, I want you to just tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Just to start off.
First of all, I just want to say thank you again for the opportunity, and I'm thankful to God that I have this opportunity. So, I just want to go into the book. The book is called Divorce and Moving Forward. I Need Help. Divorce and Moving Forward is basically a book that touches everybody in some type of way, whether there is some things they have to divorce in their life or some people, even some places, in order to move forward. So the divorce and moving forward is to touch many men and women life. It's not encouraging divorce, but it's trying to take you to a place after divorce. So just think, after divorce, some people just don't know how to move forward. I had friends, I had family members that were going through relationship and divorce problems that will come to me and ask me, how did I go through it? Divorce is not an easy thing, and I don't encourage divorce because God doesn't encourage divorce. But in my walk with when I went through a divorce, it wasn't easy, and especially when you don't have anybody there to support you and you feel like you're all alone. So what I had to do, I had to get into myself and kind of find myself in order for me to move forward. So after that, I started getting these calls, friends that were going through things, and I just was, so it came to my mind. This one friend said, "Well, everybody's always calling you, Tangela. Why don't you write a book?" So when the Lord put it in my heart to write the book, because I'm so passionate about His people and about seeing His people excel or make it through life, I was feeling their pain still when I was talking to it. So some divorce is a pain. I mean, and it affects children, it affects families, all types. Whether the children are in school, sometimes people can go and
I agree with you. I agree
commit
with you.
suicide.
And we're definitely gonna get more into the aspect of divorce in this on this show today. But what I want to do, I want to ask you a little bit about you per se,
Okay.
because when I read your book is really it's a really deep book, and you made some valid points in your introduction. And I want to ask you about first of all, where are you originally from?
I'm really originally from the Tampa Bay area.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, but you lived in Jacksonville once before.
Yes, I live in Jacksonville,
Okay.
but I really reside in Yulee, Florida.
Okay, because I hear, I don't know if the people here, but I hear a touch of like a New York accent. I don't know why I'm picking that up. But I'm
Really?
picking that
Okay.
up. But what I want to ask you about is this beautiful lady that you always talk about. You talk about in your book,
Yeah.
Miss Geneva Lane.
Neva Lane. Oh,
That's your
man.
mother, correct?
That's my mother.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Tell me about Miss Lane, because Miss Lane seemed like she was very straightforward and narrow, and then played the radio.
That's
So,
right.
as a young lady coming up under a mother that was deep into the church, tell me what was that like?
Right. Of course, it touches my heart because my mother is no longer with us
Mm-hmm.
today. My mother actually was a single mom raising four girls and three boys alone. But one thing my mother always taught me as a child is to have respect and to respect others. So that kind of tells me along my life and my journey in life that in order to get respect, you got to give respect.
Okay.
But to expound on her, she was, like I said, she was all about people like I am.
Mm-hmm.
She loved, she always gave. But she always told me it's better to be seen and heard. And I carried that along the way
Okay.
because I can say, even with that, that caused my life to excel.
That's cool. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to know about because I know you
Yeah,
talk about her in your book a lot, and
yeah,
that tells me how close you guys was.
yeah.
Um, about it when you talked about her. So I salute you for that.
Thank you.
She seemed like she was an amazing woman, which I had opportunity to met her. But another young lady that you talked about, and I'm assuming uh, she was your sister, uh, Wanda,
Wanda, yes.
and Wanda
Wanda.
was
Wanda was my oldest sister.
okay.
And
Now
this,
I know, and I don't want to put you on the spot because I
yeah,
know you talked about some of the things Wanda was going through,
right.
and if you don't want to talk about it,
Oh, no, it's
you
fine.
don't have to. But
It's fine.
I just want you to, because I feel like a lot of this, reading your book, I feel like these people were very influential in you, in the making of this book,
That's right.
because it seemed like you took every part of your life and you put it in these words, and I want everybody to know your journey. So tell us a little bit more about Wanda, because you really was there for Wanda,
Yeah.
and you it seemed like you fought the battle with her. So tell us about Wanda.
Wanda was my oldest sister, and Wanda was diagnosed with breast and brain cancer. And so, in my transitioning, not knowing what to do at that time when she really needed me, so I had to give up everything in order to let her have a better life. So I ended up relocating from the Jacksonville area to Tampa in order to take care of Wanda. Wanda was such a strong, I mean, she was my oldest sister, as I said. She was such a strong woman, and she always gave, and and even in the midst of her trials, she was still showing love, still giving, and just for me to be there for her, it was was almost like my oldest sister became my child.
Yes.
So, and just to see her go through, I mean, brain and breast cancer, I mean, that's not easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can imagine.
and you still smiling, and you're still encouraging your baby sister, to love, to keep going on.
Yeah.
So that was the strength of my life, and that was an encouragement of the book too, because during that transition, that's when the door started.
And I kind of sensed that when I was reading the book because I felt the connection
Yeah.
between it's definitely the three of you, Wanda, Miss Lane, and yourself. I just felt like there was a strong connection there, and I felt like that dissected into your book. So I salute you for that. You was there for her. I can't tell you how amazing I think you are for being there for your sister the way you was. But also your brothers, Kenneth, Larry, and Barry.
Yeah.
So all of them has passed away?
All my brothers are deceased. My mother had, like I said, 7 kids.
Right. 4 girls, 2 boys.
Yeah. So they all gone on to be with the Lord.
Now, were you close to your brothers?
I was close to my brothers, and I have 2 other sisters.
Okay.
One name is Frida, and one name is Emily. But I was more closer to my brothers because they were older than I was, and so I had to hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
So, I used to say, if my brothers can do it, I can do it. So they kind of gave me that little kind of pretty toughness. Yeah, so, but they've all gone on to be with the Lord, but they were good. We were close.
I like to say you guys was a close-knit family,
Yeah.
and I once again, I salute you for that.
Thank you.
And I can just tell that they played such a valuable part in the preparation of this beautiful book that you wrote. Now, moving forward, I want to talk a little bit about some of the main inspirational people. I know your pastor was one, but some of the main inspirational people was for you towards your book. Like who were some of those people? If you want to give a shout out to them.
I give a shout out to my cousin Patricia Goff in Virginia. She lives in Virginia Beach. She was one of the main inspiration of my book.
Okay.
Because she was also writing the book as well, and she will push me, and she still pushes me today to say you can do it. Just keep the faith. And my other one was my cousin Ricky Burton. He would wake me up every morning and say, "Get up!" And even to the day, he's like, "We gotta get these books out. We gotta sell these books." So he's still pounding on me. I mean, matter of fact, today he said that, "How many books you got with you?" So I'm always keeping books on hand.
Yeah.
So if anybody decide that they want to order them, you can take my number.
Well, guys, listen. I really want you guys to go out and support this young lady. It's a very good book for men as well, and for women as well as men. When she told me that, of course I was apprehensive to do it because it's a woman's book. I'll just be real with you. Y'all know me, I like to keep it 1,000. But when I read the book, she really got into depth with it, and she definitely put a message on both sides of the spectrum for women as well as men. So you don't have to feel like, guys, you don't have to feel like, oh, the book is for women. No, it's not just a woman's book. It's for everybody. She definitely gave a deep lesson in this book. I hope you guys go out. It definitely is on Amazon. You can go on Amazon and order the book. I don't know if she's going to be in time, but my Tampa people, I know you guys. Some of you guys are going to see this. Please share it. She got a book launch in October 1st. And where's that located at?
The book launch is going to be located at, it's called, if you go online and look up the Tampa Club, it's in Tampa, Florida, downtown Tampa, in the Bank of America building. And it's going to be held October 1st from 6 to 9 p.m.
Okay, so y'all see that October 1st from 6 to 9 p.m. Y'all go support this girl, man. She is really doing her thing. Listen, y'all gonna be mad she get famous now. And don't be talking about, oh, I seen her on the part. Nah, don't go bragging 5, 6 years now when she a multi-millionaire somewhere. Because I'm gonna tell you, no, I remember you. Alrighty? So that's y'all support this sister. So now let's get into the book. You were married before.
Yes.
How long were you married?
I was married 13 years.
13 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations. Now, tell us a little bit, not everything, but what sort of led up to you and your husband, your ex-husband, separate your divorce?
What sort of led up to it? Just a little bit to share
Just
was
a little
that
bit.
okay. Um, there's sometimes, how do I want to say this? What really led up to it was non-support, what do I want to say? Control,
Mhm.
um, pretty much that. It was, and I would say it was more the controlling and
Mhm.
non-support, and because a woman wants to know that she
Right.
got some security, so
Right.
pretty
Right.
much that, and also that's what it
Now,
was.
I had a young lady who um, was in a similar situation as you,
Mm-hmm.
and because I want us to expound on some of these subjects. Uh, she had a guy that was non-supportive towards her,
Mm-hmm.
as well as controlling.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in your opinion, a woman who was there 13 years in Baltimore, in your opinion, do you what is your recommendation for someone that's in a controlling relationship?
Well, my recommendation is that, first of all, as I did too, you hang in there
Mhm.
because God doesn't really honor divorce, but you hang in there until you feel that there's no avail.
Right.
And then that's what I would tell her. Just hang in there,
Mhm.
maybe get my book, get counseling, and do all you can. But because when you know that you've done all you can, that's all you can do.
So, do you think that controlling leads to mental and physical abuse?
I do. I do. Yes. Hmm.
And what is your intake on that? What do you think? Because I also had a young lady, because a lot of people speak to me about things that's going on in their life. I had a young lady who left a guy,
Hmm.
and uh, she told me she left the guy, and she was just crazy in love with the guy, and that she actually told me that she might go back to him.
Okay.
Now, and the guy wasn't doing anything, wasn't supporting her, wasn't helping her or anything, but she went back to the guy, and then the guy put hands on her. So now, I think because if she listens to this, I want her to get your opinion on your input on it. Do you think it's going to happen again? Because this person feel like it's not going to happen again, but do you think it's going to happen
I would say if anything that's not dealt with or confronted, it can reoccur again.
again?
And like you were saying about even, and I'm gonna go to the controlling part. If you're in a situation where someone's controlling you, that means you can't even be who you are. So now they're controlling your inner man to be what they want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a thing in controlling and giving advice or whatever, but when somebody is really controlling your life, you have nothing inside of you that says, "Who am I?" Because even though we know that when we're becoming one,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody should control your life.
Now, my issue, I think with me, I'm concerned. My biggest concern is, um, unlike our grandparents,
Mm-hmm.
our great
Mm-hmm.
grandparents,
Mm-hmm.
marriages don't last like they used
Mm-hmm.
to. And what is your thought on marriages of today? What do you think is the root of the marriages not lasting? I mean, people are getting married this month, divorcing a month later, divorcing 6 months later, 3 years later. They're
That's good.
what do you think the reason these marriages today, unlike our grandparents and our great grandparents, but I think my grandparents was married 54 years, I think, 55 years.
Okay.
So, um, and we're talking about my great grandmother.
Right.
So, what do you think the root of marriage is not working today? And I want you to be brutally honest,
I will be.
because on the pod we like to be honest with people. We want people to know, hey, we're gonna give it to you real.
Right.
And some people might not like what you got to say, but we don't care.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
we want you to tell us, as a woman who's been married before, as one who's counseled other people that's been married. What do you think the reason marriage is not lasting today?
Of course, we're always going to put God first. And I would say this to say, even sometimes we still put God first, that we don't even have a foundation. Um, I think a lot of marriages today is not built on a foundation. I think they don't last because of certain reasons why we go into a marriage. And I always tell, investigate before you invest. I think that's what we should do. And my thing now, am I against marriage? No, I am marriage material. Will I ever get married again? Yes, I will. But I would do it differently if I had to. Because now I think about, how do you get to know, well, I mean, I'm not going to tap into the spiritual part, but do you get to know him if you don't have a relationship with him? So now I look at things as, get a relationship with that person, get to know that person, get to know that person inside out. But don't put no expectations on that person,
Yeah.
because then you get to know who people are. Because you can be taking that previous relationship into this new next relationship, but
And I think a lot of relationships are are like that. I think people bring their trash. I would call it trash. They bring their trash from one relationship into another relationship, and that causes issues. And I just feel like there's a lot of expectations when people come to new relationships who was in previous relationships. And to me, I feel like that is like one of the biggest issues we have in with. I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna come out and say it. There's the biggest issue I think we have with black relationships today. We're bringing our trash from one relationship into another relationship. And we have expectations of this person that we're going to do a relationship with because of what their last person did. So I don't think people know how to separate the two. I don't think they know how to divide it and say, okay, well, I'm going to step out. I'm going to step through this door and close it, and then I'm going to open the door and step in it.
right, correct.
See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't. I think that's one of the biggest issues we have today. And I'm not for divorce. I hate to see people get divorced.
So do I.
I have some friends who I always told them that I felt like they was the model marriage couple because no matter how much they argue, fuss, and fight, they stuck together.
Yeah.
So I love to see that. I have some friends who separated or divorced, and I hate to see that. But your book talks about people who have gone through this transition. Now you are now you are now um, being their exploration on how to move forward.
Correct.
So explain to me the title of the book. How did you come up with that title? Because I think that title is very unique. It sends a message, but then it asks a question. So how did you come up with that title?
Okay. A lot of my friends were going through a divorce, and some had already divorced. And there was this one friend that was so dear to my heart that she was going through the divorce, and she just did not know how to move forward. I mean, she blamed God, she blamed everybody, as it was their fault. And so I began to talk to her and tell her, the number one that you have to do, now that you've gone through that divorce, now you got to find out who you are. So I came up with that title by different people that have already divorced. Remember, because I'm not encouraging divorce, never will, but to inspire, to encourage, that's who I am. And like I always share this, I think it's in the book as well, I know it is that we got to remember that there's three things I always say that affects divorce: finance, communication, and sex. Those are three open doors that affects divorce.
Okay, so let's discuss those three things. And you're right, I'm with you on that. So let's start with the finance. Oh, I had this topic a few weeks ago because I asked a question. Well, about a few months ago,
Okay.
I asked a question. I said, ladies. Now I'm talking to the ladies. I say, ladies, would you date a man that may refer back to my grandparents? My grandmother didn't make the money, and they raised me, so I've seen that firsthand. They didn't make that type of money. My grandmother wasn't even working. My grandpa was still working at Mount Sinai Medical Center. Why do women put so much emphasis on a man making 80, $100,000, $200,000 a year now, compared to before? It was like, okay, well, honest, yeah, you're the man of the house, but listen, I got to get out and help out. I'm gonna do my part too. What happened to the I want to do my part too, compared to now? It's like, well, he can't do this and he can't do that down. I'm not working. What is going on with that?
Okay. And I'm gonna say this that question and that example that you just gave, it's not just for divorced people. It's for, as I say, whether you're divorced, married, or in a committed relationship. Finance becomes an issue. Correct. So what I'm saying is that they're looking at the money and not the man. Because number one, the money could go any day, but then you stuck with a man no matter how much he makes. So which one do? You get the man first or you get the money first? And I'm not saying that anybody wants somebody that's broke, because we never seen a happy broke person,
right.
you know,
I
like
agree
that,
with you.
right?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, so I would say that tapping to the man goes back to relationship. Because not only that he makes the money, how is he handling it? What is he doing with the money? I mean, you got to look at it from a bigger scope than just money, too.
Right. Ladies, I hope y'all listening now.
Yeah.
The sister schooling y'all now. She ain't spitting no garbage. She telling y'all what time it is. So that's the money aspect of it. Let's talk about the communication.
Okay.
Do you feel like there's a lack of communication now between couples, relationship couples, married couples, on the verge of getting divorced couples? Do you feel like there's a lack of communication that is what percentage of that those problems come from the communication?
I think it comes the percentage of the problems maybe about 60 maybe or something like that.
Okay.
But how communication affects the relationship is that, first of all, I think that's when we should open ourselves up at the beginning to say that you have an open door policy, that you can say anything to me that won't offend me. That doesn't mean I have to agree with it, but it won't offend me. Because, okay, now we're trying to be mature, a mature couple, or have a mature relationship. So if you're not in a fence, your communication can be open to the point where you won't internalize it in a negative way. You know.
So you do feel like, as you stated, 60% of the issue, which is a large percentage of any relationship or marriage, is the number. Is you would say it's the number one issue, communication.
I do, and I'll say this too, because sometimes we're not taught, and as a result, you can't give people what you don't have. So it doesn't mean that you can't be taught, but you still got to have the open mind.
All right. Talk it. They need to hear. They need to hear. So now on to the last topic of relationships, because I think it's you say 60% communication. I think I'm gonna say 50%, and then well, let me rephrase that, because I want to make sure I'm fair to my fellas as well. I want to say communication is probably 45%. I want to say sex is probably 45%. So that's 90% right there of a relationship. I would say 10% is probably the financing, because today I know that a lot of people are losing interest. Women, I don't know who loses interest for, men or women, but they're losing interest in each other. And I always like my grandmother, what made her stay married to Russell Robinson so long? And she say, we always communicated and we always did new things, and we kept it. We kept it hot, so we didn't feel like we had to go out and the stream. And do you think that there's an issue with couples and their sexual relationships these days?
Yes, I do. And one reason I do because whether it's a man, woman, together, I'll say there can be many foxes why a man can't do what he can do and why a
Mm-hmm.
woman can't do what she can do.
Okay.
So I think when you understand where that person is in that area
Mm-hmm.
and you say, okay, like you said, until death do you apart,
Mm-hmm.
that you start loving no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't make that a priority. You make that person through your marriage or whatever
Mm-hmm.
be that priority because they can't give you what you need. But like I said,
Right.
one way to say it
Right.
again, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, so when someone is on the verge, again, 'cause I only ask you these questions because you had a lot of people who come to you and ask you questions about it.
Mhm.
So I'm naturally assuming you don't fall for a lot of people when it comes to divorce. So when a couple is on the verge of divorce, what do you recommend so it doesn't reach that threshold of divorce? What do you recommend to nip that cancer in the bud so it doesn't spread and don't lead to divorce? What do you think a couple should do?
First of all, I think a couple should pray,
Mm-hmm.
pray about the situation. Um, I think they should connect themselves with a seasoned couple
Okay.
and see how this seasoned couple has made it that far. Because marriage, relationships are not Christmas stairs anyway.
Right.
So even that seasoned couple, like you said before, you looked at the outside, but you didn't know what was going on the
Yes,
inside.
right.
So when you can get inside
Mm-hmm.
and find out what's going on, you can kind of say, "Oh, my problem is not as big as that.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that one."
I got you. I
So
got you.
it's pretty much going around, but not giving up and
I got you.
quitting
Mm-hmm.
until you like. I can't stress enough until you've done all you can.
I got you. Now, do you think that um, outside interference plays a role in people um, getting divorced these days? When I say outside interference, I mean his homeboy, her homegirl, her aunt, her sister, her mother, his mother, his father, whatever the case may be. Do you think outside interference plays a role in couples getting divorced today?
I can say because you got to be careful who you're listening to.
Mm-hmm.
I always believe you got to guard your ear gate, your eye gate, your mouth gate. You know what I mean? Because just that one thing can affect a person's relationship by hearing it from somebody else. Because you know how people go, "Oh, I've been through that," but our shoe size is different.
Don't fit?
You're right. You get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you really can't say that we've been through the same thing, probably the same situation, but not the same thing.
Now, how much, how much outside positive and influences you have before you decide, okay, enough is enough, I'm leaving? Did people try, like you encourage people now? Did people try to encourage you, hey, let's try something new, let's do something else, let's try a different angle, see can we stop this thing, see can we make it work? Did you have people in your corner to support you and to push you to make it last? 13 years is a long time.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure I'm almost one that Paul's a wonder. And she's like the one who don't tolerate that.
Right.
So, did you have other people motivating you and pushing you to hang in there, or did you just say, no, I'm done, I'm over with it, done with it?
That's a good question. Okay, I did have some college roommates or somebody that I shared certain things with, but we know one thing about divorce: when you're going through a divorce, it becomes that one word is shame.
Yeah.
You feel I was feeling shame.
Yeah.
So shame makes you not want to share with
Right.
too many people.
Right.
So that's where I was in my divorce. I really didn't share a lot because of the change. And I was one, and I have to say, I remember asking one of my mother's brothers about this song. About I was like, what is? I think Smokey Robinson sung this song, "The Tears of a Clown."
Yeah.
So I was like, what's the meaning of that song? So my uncle was saying, he said it means a person always smiling on the outside, but there's so much pain on the inside. And I was like, that helped me. I said, that's me right there. Because you would never, nobody really knew.
Okay. Yeah, I respect that.
Nobody knew. In other words, like they say, I didn't like all the hell I was going through.
Right.
You know.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Well, before we continue on, I want you to get the folks one more time your location on the first of your book signing and book release.
Okay, the location is 101 East Kennedy Street, Tampa, Florida. Zip code is 3362. It's the Tampa Club. It's the 42nd. Um, it's on the 42nd story of the Bank of America building downtown. And I'll repeat it. It's for the Tampa Club. If you go and you look up the Tampa Club, 101 East Kennedy Street, Tampa, Florida. Zip code is 33602. And if you would like to contact me, you can contact me. Even if you decide you want to order the books, I can ship the books to you however you want. Or either you can go on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So it is on Amazon.com. You can look under my name to search it. And that's Tangela Clark. That's me. So, and the book signing is October 1st from 6 to 9 p.m. And if you decide to come, please give me a call to let me know because we do have to tally and we recommend that everybody wear a mask, because of what's going on. We just want everybody to be safe and protected.
Y'all heard it. Now, I know y'all know the Temple Club, right? Because a lot of y'all go to the Temple Club.
No, it's more of an elite club.
No,
So
but
never
in that building, because
Uh-huh.
I remember in that building
Okay.
about 5 years ago, maybe 5 years ago,
Right?
they had a ultimate fighting thing there. In the it was the lower Florida. It wasn't
Had to be, yeah,
it was lower Florida.
yeah, because this is more like a
Elite Club.
Yeah.
I think it was that same building. Can't remember.
Mhm.
If anybody can remember that fight that Sean had, all of us went down to support Sean. Y'all let me know what good one that was. If y'all someone can tag Sean and y'all want to ask Sean what that was. But guys, please support her. I'm asking you guys from the bottom of my heart because the book is an excellent book. It's a great read. You're gonna love the book. There's a lot of insight on it. She's sharing a story now with us, letting us know her input on a lot of great information. I told y'all she would. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about the book now. So we know who influenced you. I know we spoke a lot about your pastor.
Yeah.
Are you still attending that church? Because here, I know you went to
Yeah, that was it. One for
One Accord
Uh-huh.
here,
Yes.
right? That what she was telling me earlier. Y'all went to the same church. So, do you still attend that church, or
Yes, I'm still a member.
okay, you still go
Yeah.
to church?
Uh-huh.
So, is that minister a big part of your life? Like, was he there this whole time, or did you just go to church 8 years, 9 years ago?
No, I was in the church for a while, and like I was saying, you'll see in the book, you would never know I was coming to church, praising, doing what I needed to do, and you just would never know. So I really didn't share it with a lot of people what I was going through.
And
Because
she told me that. She told me that every time she saw you, you always had a smile on your face. You was always sweet. So we know it's a positive vibe here coming from you. It's just sometimes it's hard for us outside looking in to comprehend all the hurt and pain that you went through. But we see that you become a stronger person, a positive person. Because this is definitely a great book. So I hope that people will definitely go out and support you. But share some more. Not all of it. Again, guys, she can't give you all the sauce because you got to buy the book. I ain't gonna be honest. If I bought it, you got to buy it. She didn't give me a free book. If I bought it, you got to buy it. So we don't want to hear that. There ain't no free book. You can message whatever. No, ain't no free book. You got to support the sister. It's her time to shine. So Let's support our sister. Let's just go on Amazon and order these books. What can they reach you if they want to reach you? Do you have like a link they can reach you at, or Facebook? Give me your Facebook information where they can reach you.
My, my Facebook information is Divorce and Moving Forward. It's the same as the name of the book, and you can reach me there.
So,
And also, I gave you my contact.
I don't think you gave a number yet.
Yeah. 904
Okay.
463 6756.
So now you got a number and everything. You can reach out to her, and if you guys down in Tampa area, Clearwater, all the areas down there, you guys want to go St. Pete, you want to go support her, give her a call, let her know. You have to be accountable for everybody that's coming. And remember, you got to mask up for sure. So tell us again, getting back to the book, tell us a little bit more about the book and what do you want people to get from it?
Okay. Um, about the book, like I said, the book was really for anybody that was going through pain, that didn't know how to move forward. So, in order to move forward, once you get into the book, you'll find one thing you're going to find. You're going to find yourself first. And once you find yourself, you're going to know how to move forward. I can't precisely tell you how to move forward because I always base everything that I do on the power of choice. That's going to be your choice if you want to move forward when you get the book. But the book is an excellent self help book. I am really excited about the book. I mean, I read the book 3 times and I'm still like, I want to read this again because it keeps me going on and on. And I can't stress it enough as because it says divorce, remember, even in the book, it tells you there's people, places, and things in order to move forward so you can reach your destiny. So I am so about moving forward. I'm so about being in the right season. I am so about knowing who you are. Because I always say, even with the book, I still want to be the best me. No matter what I've went through, I want to always be the best me so I can help somebody else be the best them. And I do want to share something about one of my favorite chapters was Heal Before You Move.
Okay.
And we kind of discussed it a little bit because sometimes we don't even allow ourselves to heal. We'll get in one relationship to another. And then, I mean, that's just taking garbage on top of
Right.
garbage. And what happens there? Then it becomes a mental thing.
Right.
Because I'm strong about mental health and relationships. Just because this woman or this gentleman, he may look good on the outside, but mentally get to know who he is on the inside.
And that's kind of why I asked you that question because
Yeah.
that chapter was a deep chapter because people don't do that.
They
Like,
don't.
they don't end one situation before starting another. And I think that is what that's one of our main issues that couples are having because, as you said, you need to heal first. And when you heal, now what you said earlier, I think is a really great quote. I think you should always use that quote. You need to patent that quote. Investigate before you invest. So that's some real talk right there. I can't say I want to say because the young lady's in here, but that's some real talk right there. Investigate before you invest. And I think when a lot of people read that chapter, they're going to see where you're coming from with that. They're going to understand why you made that comment. Investigate before you invest, because you just can't just jump from balcony to balcony and think you're going to keep on making it. Eventually, you're going to slip and fall. So I hope that people will read the book, the entire book, and I hope they will get the lessons that I find it very inspirational. So I find myself on that couch with my auntie sitting there right now, reading that book 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, am I doing this? But I did. So, but it's a great book, and I hope that people will go out and support you. We're gonna push it and push it. Guys, we got about 15 minutes left in the segment, but we're gonna keep on going. We're not done yet because I want the lady to share all the information that she needs to share. Again, we're not gonna give you details of the book, but I do want her to share her story about some of the people she's helped prior to writing the book or along that came along while you was writing the book that helped you put the final sauce on the book.
I'm not gonna call any names.
No, no name.
Okay, no names. That's okay. I have a friend. Her husband was an attorney,
Mm-hmm.
and
Go ahead, I'm listening.
her
I'm
husband
listening.
was an attorney, and so one of her friends went to her husband to get a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
They had been married for 21 years or more. So what happened? He gave her friend a divorce and divorced my friend and married her friend.
Wow.
If you could comprehend that,
Yeah,
that
pick
and,
that up already.
and even still, I mean, I had it's like I had to cope. I mean, just be there for her, be there for her, and it goes back to saying one thing that I couldn't tell her
Mm-hmm.
what to do. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't say I know what she feel in her divorce,
Mm-hmm.
but one thing I did do, and I still do that today, I try to encourage her, and I always tell men and women, you gotta know who you are and whose you are. Until you find out who you are and whose you are, then you won't have to still carry that person because there was a strong consummation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So until she finds out who she is, or he finds out who he is in any type of relationship, that's the only way you're gonna know
And
how to move forward.
when you say that, when you just said that, it's kind of threw me for a loop
Mm-hmm.
because I'm thinking 21 years. Listen, if I'm with you for 21 years, you ain't going nowhere. I don't care. Listen. We don't got old together. I got my ARP card. You got your ARP card. We get discounts at the movies. Uh, you ain't going nowhere. I want my portion of your ARP card.
So who's in your ear?
What do you mean?
Who's right? No, who's in your ear to make you want to go
That
somewhere?
who is listen, I don't care if Satan himself is on my shoulder. I don't put 21 years in. I'm stuck. Listen, I'm rooted. You got roots so far down you can't even get them out. I ain't going nowhere. You know every stain is in my drawers. So where you go? Where I'm going? See, people. I think a lot of us always think the grass. As women used to say, we think the grass is green on the other side,
And
and
if you water it where you are, it can grow.
it can grow to be green.
That's right.
Because that grass on the other side, that's that fake grass they put down. That's called turf.
That's
It
right.
ain't real.
Amen.
You
That's
know
right.
what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I think that's where a lot of people get confused at because karma is real, and the energy that you put out, it comes full circle. So if you can devote 21 years
Mhm.
and just walk away, you got about 21 months,
Right.
and your karma gonna hit back because it ain't gonna take long for it to come back to you.
And you're so right.
So that's what people need. That I think that a lot of people understand. You cannot put in 21 years and just walk away. I am shocked to hear someone that ignorant to do that because
Mhm.
you're just plain old stupid. But I don't care if you hear this. I'm telling you, stupid. 21 years. She ain't going nowhere. I know every part of her. She know every part of me. She know what I like, what I dislike. Now you got to tell this other fake turf grass over here. She got to learn you. She might not do what the other one did.
So look at that picture. You don't invest it, but now you got to reinvest.
Reinvest.
So yeah.
Well, he didn't even investigate. From what I'm hearing, he just went ahead and invested because he didn't investigate. Because if the other man got rid of it, that tells you where they did it now.
You got that right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
See, I don't think people pay attention to patterns. If you were so happy and so good over here, why did you leave? You know what I'm saying?
A moment of pleasure.
So I think that was that. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Mm-hmm.
And that was some sauce right there, y'all. Y'all see how she gave y'all that sauce? She had to give y'all that sauce. She gave y'all that sauce. But look at this. Y'all already know me. I hope whoever this person is, I don't care who you're about. If you happen to jump on this sister's Facebook page and you see this, yeah, I'm calling you ignorant. Now, I know you probably don't love that ignorant person she is. You probably looking real stupid now, bro. Yeah. So you don't let a good thing go and somebody else got it now. You know what I'm saying? If nobody got it, you tell that sister I say she moved forward and keep on going.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
so and I'm a real good like 2 years ago I had open heart surgery. And before that I was really I used to let a lot of negative energy in my circle and participate in a lot of negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
But after my surgery, and I think what happens when we meet death face to face, we 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 have another outlook of life that we can that's passing by. You follow me? So now I don't like negative energy in my circle. I don't want negative energy in my circle because what negative energy do once you reach our age and you're more older than me. I'll be 50 in November. But when you reach our age, we don't need negative energy. Because what negative energy does, what people understand is that's negative energy. It's negative. So what it does, it drains you. It drains your lifeline. So I'm always encouraging people, whether it be at work, in the street, whatever it be, get rid of that negative energy.
Yeah.
Because if you put that positive energy in your realm, you're gonna live longer. You're gonna live more free. You're gonna be more happier, more healthier. But if you take negative energy and you allow that negative energy to engulf you, then all you're doing now, you got to take these pills. You got to take those pills.
Right.
Oh, this here hurts. This here hurts. But it's because you're allowing the negative energy to interfere with your body function. You follow me?
That's right.
So I always try to encourage people, listen, get rid of that negative energy, put that positive energy where the negative energy at. Because before my surgery, I used to worry about a lot of stuff, be concerned about a lot of stuff, stress about a lot of stuff. But after my surgery, I had a thought. It's a weird thought. A lot of people, they like it, some don't. But I say, people say, man, I'm stressing. And I'm like, why are you stressing? Because I'm a firm believer, if you're stressing, if you can fix it, then you have no reason to stress it.
Right.
If you can't fix it, then you forget about it, and you still have no reason to stress it.
Right.
So you allow yourself to stress it and stress it and stress it. All you're doing is bringing yourself down, and you bring the people down around you. Right. So I appreciate you sharing that story with us.
Right. And also, I was listening to what you were saying about how you affect people, even in any type of relationship. Just think, a divorce, a breakup, you got children, it affects the children, it affects the schools, because now this child got to go through this, and now this child going to school, nobody knows what's going on, but this child is acting out, so even that affects, and that's why I go back, invest before you invest.
I definitely, that's definitely, I hope that people, male and female alike, will take what you just said. Investigate before you invest. Now remember that's really deep. What she said, it may not seem deep, but I love how she put it out there. Investigate before you invest. You see what I'm saying? That's where you know what you're doing. But if you don't mind, I want to backtrack a little bit because I think this is a big thing, and I want to touch on this for a lot of the ladies out there who may go back. A lot of people usually go back and look at these lives later on. They don't look at them right away; they look at them later on, and you'll notice that once you share it in your page, you'll notice people start listening to it. So I want to go back and touch on this last segment. I want to touch on domestic violence. And I want to know your take on domestic violence, because I think domestic violence is becoming a big thing now. And understand domestic violence is not all physical; it can be mental as well. So, what's your take on that? Have you experienced that with any of the people that you've counseled over the years that probably led up to the divorce?
Well, like you said, domestic violence is not just physical. It can be verbal. That's abuse as well. I have experienced it when this person just wanted to give up because that's all that was spoken to her and about her. She just want to just take her own life.
Okay.
And you'll see in the book where it's mentioned about suicide and all that.
Yeah, you talk about all that.
And that's why I said all these different things that happen in different relationships, it plays a part where a person is going to go for it. For instance, like with her wanting to give up on her life. Thank God that, there is somebody there. So there is somebody that knows what it feels like. That you don't have to give up. She didn't have to give up. I was there for her.
Right.
And what I did, I kept trying to put something inside of her
Yeah.
to say, you are somebody.
Mhm.
You can get over this. But you know what? I can give you as much. I can feed you as much. But if you don't eat, you can't grow.
Now, let's flip this around. From a man's standpoint,
Okay.
men, I'm pretty sure you probably counsel some of them as well with the domestic violence stuff. Have you seen that? Have you seen a lot of that? Have you seen a little bit of that? Because women can be verbally abusive, and some can be even physically abusive as well.
Right.
So what do you say towards that?
I have a man, but I won't use his name.
No,
I won't
no name.
share it. And it was like he was giving everything into the relationship, but she just chose to do what she wanted to do. So it kind of took this man whole self esteem of being a man that after they broke up, he didn't want to have anything to do with it. So it plays a part. It plays a part in many ways.
So you have seen it both ways.
In both ways, yeah.
Male and female.
Right. And I do have in the book a message to the man.
Right.
Because I think we all should be created to love one another.
Mhm.
That doesn't always happen, but we know that there's many different types of love. But once we make love our foundation, I think we can handle anything. So I'm saying that after going through a divorce, remember I'm in the after part. So
Right.
now I'm ready for the next
Chapter.
yes of my life.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Y'all ladies, y'all here. She's telling
Yeah.
you definitely can do it. Now, when you say the last part of the title, I need help.
Mhm.
Define that for us. What do you mean?
I need help. I felt like the book, there's things in the book and chapters, so I said chapters in the book, that once they read the book, they're going to find out that they don't have to settle. There is an answer to every situation and every circumstance that you can get better. You can have a new you. You can live again. And like I have, you can love again. But if you got to get the help, and you got to get the right help. Because you can't hear such and such say, "Oh, I wouldn't take that,"
Mhm.
and that was one of my things. Like even certain people, if I talked on it, I was like, "I wouldn't take that." I would rather encourage you than to say I wouldn't take that because that don't make me feel good. When you say, you know what I mean? It's not really making me feel like I can come to you because you don't know what you can take until you're in that situation or that circumstance. You know?
Now you have a very powerful book, right?
Mhm.
Very powerful book.
Okay.
Now this is $1 million question.
Okay.
Is there talk of a part two?
There is a part two.
Because
But
I kind of sense that it may be a part.
there
two.
is a part two coming.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there
okay.
is a part, and I'm excited
Okay.
about it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have a great career ahead of you. I think
Thank
you chose a great career path. There's a big industry for this, and I think you're going to do amazing things. I think this book is really going to take the nation by storm. We just got to continue to support you, put it out there,
Mm-hmm.
let everybody see it, and make sure that we continue to spread the word about this book, whether it be in Jacksonville, Tampa, Miami, Orlando. We need to spread the word. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, everywhere it goes. I got friends everywhere. So I'm your biggest supporter right now because I want to see you do this here. I want to see this book. I want to see it hit New York Times bestseller. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't number one, and if it's number 5, number 10,
it's
but it's on the list.
Yes,
I'm just saying, but if it's on the list, that's a blessing.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if it's just on the list, that's a blessing. You got a question. She said, no, who is this? Denzel said, actually, would she ever get married again?
Oh, yes, I'm excited. I'm single. I will get married again, and I would love to get married again. But remember, I'm going to investigate before I invest.
You heard her,
Yeah.
but She gonna investigate before she invest. Tara James, who I consider to be my fashion designer, of course, said that she can't read the book.
Tara, thank you so much for supporting me, for your love. I really appreciate it. Reach out to me. Make sure when you read the book, put a review on Amazon because you know about Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, put a review on Amazon and just let me know if you want to come to the book signing. You're really welcome. But thank you so much from my heart. I
She,
appreciate
she's
you.
in that area as well. So
Is she okay?
yeah,
Good.
she's in the area. I
Okay.
think she's in Tampa now. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think she was in Brandon, but I think she's in Tampa.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah. Guys, you got any questions? We still got some time for you to
Yeah,
ask
that's
these
a
young
good
ladies some
question.
questions. We're not gonna just run up out of here. We definitely give you guys time to ask her any question that you want to ask her. She's willing to answer. Let's be respectful and we can keep it real, but let's be respectful answering these questions. Guys, please, if you can add people to this live, um, remember to go on YouTube and like the live. The more, guys, you understand, the more you like this live, the more recognition she will get because it's going to put it out there more for people to see. So I don't control YouTube, but they they want to put things out there that people are liking and looking at. So
Yes, I appreciate.
we
Yeah,
definitely need you guys the
support.
support support
Yeah.
her and support this YouTube channel because you know I like to bring y'all all the good stuff. Now she also asked me, I don't know if she remember the conversation, but she said she want to do a forum with herself, three other women, with me hosting it. And now I'll be lying to you if I say I'm not a little intimidated because I don't know what to ask these women, but I already know that if
Amen.
they you want to do women, I don't
And
say you
men.
want to do all
Both.
panel all women.
I want to do both.
So you want to do a four-person panel with a man, two men, two women?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So at first I thought she said she wanted to do all women,
Okay.
and I've been beating my head for weeks like four women on the panel. What I'm gonna do now? Most men would be happy. Hey, you in the presence of four beautiful women, but me, I've been beating my head like, man, what I'm asking these women? Man, these women gonna throw something at me, and I ain't gonna be prepared. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. Me and her gonna set that up. We're gonna do that.
Yes.
We're gonna attempt to do it for you guys live, but we have to do it per Skype or per um, Zoom. We will, but we're definitely gonna put that together. We're gonna we're gonna formulate the right question plan for this to take place. But we don't want to have to do it. We want to do it right and bring you guys in good form with these men and women. Denzel say, how can I get the book today?
Yeah.
You can brother, you can go on Amazon right now and order the book. All you gotta do is put her name in, and it'll pop up. That's what I did. It took me all of 10 minutes. And the book actually came while I was on my cruise. So this happened. My manager came by and seen the package outside, and he had it sitting right. Y'all can see Monty back there. That's where that book was sitting at. That's why I was reading that book at 1 o'clock in the morning. So it is definitely a great book. You can go on Amazon right now to order the book. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Denzel, for supporting. I appreciate you.
So tell me more about this forum you want to do. You say you want to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to, of course, we're going to end on your book information and how people can get in touch with you, how they can purchase the book and everything. We're not done yet. But let's give them like a little taste of what your idea for this forum you want to do with these men and women.
Okay, first of all, the forum would like to do is basically an open panel. But what we want to do, what we want to get out of it, is we want to help some brother or some sister or somebody have went through different process in any type of relationship that they can move forward and we can help them.
Okay. Okay, great.
But we're gonna be raw, real, and relevant.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why we like this. That's why we like to do. So that sounds like we're definitely gonna put that together. Might even have my auntie on the panel. But she probably doesn't know. I think my camera shy. But she has the biggest voice in the family.
Yeah, she's married, so we can
exactly,
get some of her good tips. Hey.
So we're gonna put this together. I know this young lady has I'm pretty sure she's gonna have a very busy schedule coming up. So she's gonna be doing a book signing. I'm pretty sure after her book release, she's probably gonna get a lot more invites to do other things. So
Well, I do have one coming. Well, the television station that I work at has
okay,
already pulled me. A television
okay,
and someone in Atlanta.
okay.
Yeah.
So
So I'm
that
excited.
so she definitely moving. Listen,
Yeah.
y'all better help her now because she's gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be big. You know, she got a protege back there with her.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna see them now. They gonna be out in California hanging out.
I know, right?
So I'm trying to tell y'all better go ahead and support her now. Go to her book signing. Let her autograph your book for you. Boy, look out. You know, she here. She not leaving without signing mine. I'm just letting you know right now. She in my house. She gonna sign mine. She in the part. She got to sign mine for she leaves.
Yes.
You know, so definitely, guys, we look forward to this open forum we're gonna put together, me and her.
Yeah. And I want to say, because of my love for people, I just want everybody, no matter what we're faced with, just to get through things and move forward. Because you know what? There's something good in all of us, no matter what. So, like I say, you need help for me, but most of all, get the book.
Get the book.
Get the book. That's
and before we leave this place, I do want to give another shout out to my auntie for making all this possible. I think I'll say hi.
I'm doing a podcast.
I'll say hi. This is my auntie, y'all. This is my mama's sister. You know, she made all this happen.
Thank you
My
so
auntie
much.
Kim. This is her. This is her baby. She made this happen. So all the kudos go to her. Nothing come to me. So I'm grateful for her for making this happen. Appreciate her coming and joining us in the pod today. A lot of people don't get to come in the pod, but this is my team. My team can be real now. So we're gonna keep her low. We don't want her to get hyped. She will go in on you. So, but we do appreciate her making this happen. This is her friend.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. Her friends say, hey, actually, can we do this? So, and she don't realize she's thinking me. I'm thinking her.
I am thinking.
You know, because I feel like you guys are definitely gonna make this episode blow up. So you guys are gonna share it. You're gonna like it, and
change their lives.
Yeah, and the book definitely gonna change your life. Yeah. Ladies, I definitely highly recommend. Ladies, I highly recommend that you get this book if you've been through any of this. If you're considering divorce, whatever the case may be, get this book. It is a really, really deep, exciting, loving book. And it was written with a lot of love. You can tell that once you start getting to the chapter of the book. So, guys, I want to thank you once again for joining us here on Part 24. Once again, she is going to be doing a book signing, a book launching in Tampa, Florida, at the Tampa Club, 101 East Kennedy Drive Street. East Kennedy Street, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. October 1st. If you need to reach out to her to order books or to once you get an invitation, her number is 904-463-6756. So, or you can go on Amazon and order the book today. And if you got Prime like me, you had a book in a day.
Let me see a picture of the book.
When you get the book, I want you to post it, whether it be on Facebook or the YouTube channel. When you get the book, post it on the link inside the whichever platform you're on, Facebook or YouTube, so she can see it and know that you did it and give you a shout out for helping her out. So when you get the book, take a picture and post it in the platform that you watch this on. So right now we're definitely going live on 3 platforms. We're on YouTube, we on one Facebook page, another Facebook page, and I think that those of you who came in and jumped out, we are grateful. Yes. We are grateful that you guys did that. We thank you.
Thank you so much.
Continue to share this, like it. I told you guys it's going to be nice. I told you guys you're going to love it. I know you're probably happy to see how to get me going in today. I know my mouth can get real jiggy. So I'll thank her. Don't thank me. She wasn't here. Y'all already know how I get out. So, but if you guys like this, I want to hear your comments on it. Please comment below. Let us know what you think. If you got any questions, she's going to share this to her page. Yeah. So if whatever question you ask, she will see it. Let's tag her in the question so she can get it right away, and she will answer all your questions for you. So once again, we thank you for coming and joining us here at Part 24 The Sauce. We gave it to you today. We hope you enjoyed it. We thank you. Remember, stay blessed,
be the best you.
and be the best you. And we out.